Hi guys, it's Xenia. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I have partnered up yet again with SenseAngels.com to bring you some more beautiful niche luxury fragrances. So thank you to Sense Angels for sponsoring today's video. Sense Angels is an online fragrance retailer. They have so many luxury fragrances that you don't typically see in stores, even more high-end luxury stores, because these perfumes are so niche. I've discovered some of my all-time favorite signature scents through working with this company and have even purchased from their website aside from just working with them. If you're in the market to find more of a unique, rare perfume, not the perfumes that everybody's always constantly talking about all over social media, then check out Sense Angels. I always scroll through their website, and even though I'm pretty much constantly on fragrance TikTok and the fragrance side of YouTube, I swear I've never heard of half or more of the perfumes that are on their site. So if you want to check out some perfumes that nobody else is wearing, check out their website. But of course, they also have all of your super popular fragrances and super popular more niche houses like BDK, MFK, Xerjoff, and so many others. If you're interested in purchasing any of the scents that I'm going to be talking about today, or anything you see that catches your eye on their site, they kindly provided me with a code, and that will get you 10% off at checkout. And as I always say, when it comes to niche perfumes, I never recommend that you blind buy these perfumes, but then it's also like, okay, well, some of these you can only blind buy because they are only found online. And Sense Angel has made that blind buying process a lot easier for you because they provide samples of every single one of their perfumes, aside from like just the travel sizes that you can purchase. They have an even smaller 5 milliliter size that comes with every single one of their perfumes, which is obviously significantly less than the full-size fragrance. Even these 5 milliliters are actually a good amount of fragrance for you to really get the feel of the perfume. And not only that, but they are sprays. Let's get straight into this video so I can show you all of these stunning fragrances. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and turn your post notifications on, and let's get started. Let's start with these full-size fragrances first. So the first perfume I have here, as I always say when I do these hauls, these perfumes are like works of art. I feel like I shouldn't even be touching half of these because they are so beautiful, but this one, I mean, this looks like I stole this from a queen or something like that. It's got gold flakes on it. It literally just looks like something I should not even be touching. And forgive me for the pronunciation on a lot of these. These fragrances are very unique and niche. A lot of them are French and from all over the world. And so I'm sorry for my pronunciation. This perfume is so heavy. This is like a dumbbell. Feels like at least a 5 to 7 pound weight. Easily I could build some muscle if I were to use this in the gym. I mean, look at this freaking bottle. Are you kidding me? It has this antique look to it. It's so heavy. I just want to stare at this all day. My fan is making a really it was being so loud. So this one is called Ishq Anfas. From what I've gathered through doing a little bit of research on this perfume, this is almost like a love letter kind of perfume. And it even says on the bottle here, it says, "My love for you has no bounds." I'm gonna read you guys a little bit of the description of this perfume because I love anything romantic and lovey-dovey. So it says, "This enchanting fragrance is a testament to the power of emotions and allure of true passion. Ishq Red is carefully crafted for those who appreciate the finer things in life." And I'm gonna insert this little, I don't know, love letter that is associated with this perfume, which is so beautiful. And then it says, "The fragrance that expresses the extent of attachment and adoration. The smell of red acidic fruits give you the sense of sacrifice and love by moving all your senses, blended with vanilla that reflects the meaning of attachment and love." This is the most romantic perfume ever. Honestly, coming from this bottle, I was thinking I was gonna get something a little bit more polarizing, not necessarily in a bad way, because polarizing is not always just a negative thing. It just means not everyone's gonna like it, which there's nothing wrong with that. But I feel like this is pretty likable for a niche perfume. It kind of reminds me of Baccarat Rouge, which I know we're all tired of hearing about dupes of Baccarat Rouge, but it's not a dupe. It's way different, but it has a little bit of that Baccarat Rouge-y kind of vibe. More than anything, this is like a fruity burst kind of fragrance, which again, I wasn't expecting out of this perfume. When I first saw this on the website, I'm like, okay, that's definitely gonna be like an oudi, super deep sandalwood fragrance. I don't know why I was getting that, but that's just what I was getting, and it's not that at all. This has top notes of saffron. There's also oak moss in here, so I think that combo is what's giving me that Baccarat Rouge vibe. But there's also jasmine in the top. We have middle notes of raspberry and amber, and base notes of talc and oak moss. I've never seen talc in a perfume. I can't say that I smell talc in here because I'm Pretty sure talc has no scent. I would think maybe that's supposed to give off a powderiness. I don't really know if I'm necessarily getting powdery in here. It's just a really refined, fruity, gorgeous scent. It's really hard to describe. It has the Baccarat Rouge DNA, but it's definitely fruitier and a little less synthetic than Baccarat Rouge. I think that's definitely going to be an amazing Valentine's Day make your man fall in love kind of fragrance. This next perfume is my favorite and a new fragrance that is for sure to stay in my personal collection. Loving this the same that I loved Xerjoff Noxos. If you've been watching these Sense Angels hauls that I've done in the past, you know my love of Noxos. I received that through working through this company in a sample, and I ended up buying the full size myself from them because I was just so in love with that fragrance. I had to have it, and I think this is another Noxos situation, and I'm so happy that I actually have this one in a full size. My mom wants to steal this from me because she fell in love with this perfume as much as I did, which I was not expecting because I didn't think this would be her taste, but I guess it's a fragrance for everybody because me and my mom have complete opposite scent taste. So I feel like this is a perfume that everyone can love, and that is Blanche Bête. Now this one is definitely a lot more talked about. I've definitely seen this all over TikTok. Again, with the packaging, it literally comes in a little baggie. Oops. Yeah, I'm not meant for expensive stuff. I literally break everything. Okay, so here's the perfume. This perfume also looks, it's just giving me medieval, gorgeous vibes. It has like this stone look to it. It's definitely more on the simple side. I mean, there's not like a lot going on to it, but just by looking at it, you know she's expensive. This is creamy and lactonic to another level, which is why I did not see it coming when my mom said she absolutely loved this and she wants to steal it from me, because the last thing I think that she would like is a really lactonic scent like this. I mean, listen, when I say lactonic, don't think whipped cream and sweet gourmand. It's more just like a really creamy, milky kind of fragrance, which I know is literally what lactonic means, but sometimes when I say lactonic, I think whipped cream and gourmand. That's not really this. This has top notes of milk, ambrette, mystical, middle notes of tuberose, jasmine, incense, mahonial, and base notes of vanilla, musk, tonka bean, and cacao. I actually have smelled this perfume before. I had it in a little sample that I received when I bought another perfume. I made an entire video just reviewing samples, and one of them was Blanche Bête, and I really liked it in that video, but it didn't wow me. Full size, it's wowing me. I now see all of the hype with this one. When I first smelled it a couple years ago, I thought it was nice, but it didn't knock my socks off. And now it's knocking my socks off. I don't have anything that smells like this. When I was looking up reviews on this, it was overwhelmingly positive. There was people literally saying this is nectar from the heavens above, and I'm like, well, damn, like I have to get that. It's sweet, but it has an airy freshness to it, almost like this cloudiness. Hands down, I mean, I love all these perfumes, but hands down, this is my favorite. And the last perfume I have in full size, this is my third BDK fragrance. This one looked real good, but I was also afraid of it at the same time. But then the reviews looked good, so I'm like, I'm gonna give that a shot. This one's called Rouge Smoking. It has the same bottle as all the other BDK fragrances, but the juice of this one is more reddish, and it's just giving sexy, bold passion. And obviously the name definitely matches that, so I was expecting this to be a really sexy fragrance, but I always get a little scared of smoky kind of perfumes because I don't always love that, even though some of my favorite perfumes have smoky notes. It just has to be a very specific smoky type of scent. Out the bottle, I can smell that it's smoky. Almost like sandalwoody and leathery, which I'm like, ooh. But then once you spray it, the smokiness is definitely way died down. This is so pretty. It's very smooth, very sensual, definitely date night, more nighttime kind of fragrance. This is not a daytime sundress kind of scent. No, this is black patent leather, high heel boots, all black outfit. It has top notes of cherry, pink pepper, bergamot, middle notes of black vanilla husk, of heliotrope, orange blossom, and base notes of tonka bean, cashmere wood, white musk, ambroxan, violet, and labdanum. I'm so happy to say that this is a cherry perfume that is not a Tom Ford Lost Cherry dupe. There is no Tom Ford Lost Cherry DNA to be smelled in here at all. This is a very smoky cherry. The smokiness is very smooth. It doesn't smell like you just were in a bar and people were smoking all around you and then your clothes have that smoky kind of scent. It's not smoky to that extent. It just adds a little sexy dark touch to the cherry. It opens up a little bit more sweet and candied cherry, and then the more it dries down, those base notes kind of come in. It gets a little deeper, more seductive seductive. But again, that smoke never feels overwhelming. So if you're also put off by smoky notes, I'm here to tell you that's not this. And then I have two sample fragrances. The first one is 5 ml sample, and I wish I had this in a full size, but that's okay. I can purchase this on my own because she's stunning, and when I was doing my research and trying to figure out which scents I wanted, this was one of my main ones. I'm not gonna lie, because of the bottle, it literally, the juice, there's glitter in it, and you can even see the glitter in this sample. I hope you can see that. So pretty even in the sample. I can't imagine how beautiful it looks in the actual full-size bottle. But this is by Moresque, and it is called Rand Rose. I wanted this because, well, first of all, the notes are really great, but also I saw on Fragrantica when I was doing my research that one of the fragrances it was compared to is Givenchy Irresistible, one of my favorite fragrances of all time. So I really wanted to see if I could get a vibe to that. I kind of get it, but I kind of don't. To me, this is a completely different scent. This has a rosy, makeup-y, powdery kind of fragrance, which I absolutely love. It's so soft and the most feminine fragrance I have ever smelled in my life. This smells like pure rose water, but it's also very fruity at the same time. It's not a synthetic aged kind of rose. The rose is so uplifting. Think freshly rained and you go and pick roses. It has top notes of pineapple, mandarin orange, and bergamot, middle notes of damask rose, iris, ylang-ylang, and jasmine, and base notes of vanilla, precious woods, amber, patchouli, musk, and oud. Gorgeous, fresh, fruity floral that doesn't feel too heavy or synthetic florals or anything like that. This smells like the epitome of spring. I love that one. I'm probably at some point gonna have to get that in a bigger size. And then the last fragrance I have here, this one's a 10 ml travel spray. The bottle for this, like the full-size bottle, is also really gorgeous. I'm gonna have a hard time saying the name of this, but I've had a hard time saying all of these. This is Electimuss Trajan. I hope I'm saying that right, but you guys can see the name on the screen. This perfume has top notes of blood orange, mandarin orange, lemon, bergamot, middle notes of saffron, lavender, sage, and base notes of ambergris, cedar, and oak moss. If anything, I kind of expected this one to smell more like Baccarat Rouge than this fragrance did, because the notes are kind of giving me the same vibe, like the saffron, the ambergris, woodsy kind of fragrance, but it's not that at all. This one's also so good. These fragrances were also amazing. This one smells like $1,000,000. It's not Baccarat Rouge at all. It is a very sweet, fruity kind of fragrance, but you're almost immediately hit also with woodiness right off the bat and like this green vibe, but just the brightness of those top notes really just give this such a captivating feel. It's a fragrance you smell and it kind of leaves this after smell in your nose, like, you know, aftertaste when you eat something. I feel like fragrance also has that because you smell it and then you stop smelling it, but it has this lingering beautiful trail that just kind of makes you want to keep smelling it. I've never smelled anything like this. Sometimes with these hauls and with niche fragrances, you can expect that they're going to be a lot more out there perfumes that you may not love all of them, and that's kind of the point of them. But I feel like in this haul, every single one of these is not polarizing at all, at least to my nose. I don't not like in the slightest any of these. And sometimes with niche fragrances that are very out there, I pick and choose where I wear them because I don't want to give people headaches. With these scents, I feel comfortable wearing them literally anywhere. Okay, so those are all the fragrances I tried this month from ScentAngels.com. I'm always so excited to try these perfumes because I always end up finding new favorites. Let me know in the comments if there's any perfume on their site that you'd want me to review, and I'll be sure to get it for my next video. Thank you to ScentAngels.com for sponsoring today's video. And if there is anything you want to pick up yourself, don't forget to use my code for 10% off at checkout. That is it for me today. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and turn your post notifications on, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.